Hello dears, welcome to Beauty Viseart. I'm Lily, also known as Lulu. Today I'll be sharing with you dears the DIY Dupe palette, and today's palette will be the Viseart Petit Pro Paris Etoile. Etoile is in French and it means stars, and hopefully I pronounced this word correctly. Viseart recently pushed out lots of eyeshadow palettes lately. Hopefully this will be the last palette of the year. I like the uniqueness of this Viseart Petit Pro Paris Etoile color. I'm on a low buy on eyeshadow palettes, hence I'm duping the color story of the newly released eyeshadow palette that caught my eyes. From the color story, I can decide better if I will make the best use of this palette, how many different looks can I create with these colors, and how inspired will I reach out for this palette. Hopefully this kind of alternative review can also help you dears to decide better or to relook at your current collection first before you rush out to buy, especially so for the careful buyers. In this video, I'll be sharing with you dears what are the dupe colors selected, the dupe color swatches, and using the dupe to create this eye makeup look, my final thoughts, and whether I buy this palette or not. And for your convenience dear, please refer to the timestamp below. If you are new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you happen to like this video, please consider to subscribe. And for all of you dears who are watching my video right now, thank you so much for watching. It's my blessing to have you dears here. By the end of the video, please share with me in the comment section below. Will you be getting this Viseart Petit Pro Paris Etoile eyeshadow palette? Thank you so much, and now let's get started. Viseart recently released this new 8-pans eyeshadow palette under their Petit Pro series, and this is the Paris Etoile eyeshadow palette. This palette is described as descent into a wintry wonderland of smoky splendor with our new Petit Pro Paris Etoile. Inspired by the nocturnal glamour of Paris, after hours when deep shadows and soft luminosity embrace. Our newest member of the Petit Pro collection is a femme fatale of deliciously deep smoky mattes and luminous opalescent shimmers, like a seductive shadows born of late-night Parisian jazz clubs. Petit Pro Paris Etoile is a melodic composition of 8 smoky pans which form a lyrical crescent full of depth and allure. Paris Etoile celebrates the internal beauty of a Parisian smoky eyes and contains decadently vampiric swirls of blackberries, granite, and inky hues in opulently creamy matte and seductive shimmery sparkles finishes. This is currently retailing at $30 USD and is now available at Beautylish as well as the Viseart website. As of my shooting day, which today is the 5th December, this is still not available at Singapore Sephora. So for those who are staying in Singapore, you may like to wait for a while, or you may simply order from Beautylish. Petit Pro Paris Etoile shines like the brightest star in the firmament, a constellation of smoky, cool midnight mattes and cosmically lustrous shimmers. Our pans are designed to meet the demands of professional artists, needs with optimization, saturation, and a fabulous true color payoff that can be built and blended effortlessly. The true beauty of Paris Etoile is revealed when applied. No muddying, no patchiness, just caresses of true to color luxurious perfection. To dupe this eyeshadow palette, I'm referring to the hand swatch and the palette's photo from the Trend Mood and also from the Viseart website. This is the duping part, and let's start with this first color. Okay, all the name is in French. I don't know French, so I will just put the text over here so that you can refer to the color name. This is the first shade, which is a shimmery pink champagne color. You can use this light rose hue as all over the lid, or to highlight the inner corners of the eyes under the eyebrow bone and the center of the eyelid, or as a topper. Over here, I have the dupe from this APH Sultry. In fact, I'm getting quite a lot of color from this palette. And I'm using this Pearl, and this is Pearl. Pearl is a shimmery frosted finish, and Pearl is a warm pinky peach color. So I'm comparing this to the dupe photo over here. They seem very similar just based on the photo. Let's proceed to the second color, that is a matte light beige color. In the product description, It mentioned that you can use this color as the base color or to create a soft definition in the crease. It can also be used under the eyebrow bone for light to medium skin tone as a highlighter color. And the dupe I found will be from this BH Sweet Shopee Sugar Cone palette with this color Sugar Rush. And this is Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush is a matte warm light beige color. And comparing this dupe color with the one in the photo, the original color, they both seem again very identical to one another. And now let's proceed to the third color, which is a matte charcoal grey. You can use this grey all over the eyelid or use this in the crease and outer corner of the eyes to create depth and dimension. Actually, I have a few options for this. Initially, I reached out immediately for my ColourPop Smoke Show palette, but I find that the color is a bit too deep. So after a few rounds of drafting and finding the shades, I find that this dupe color looks very similar, which is Sultry Slant, which is the color over here. Slant is a matte cool medium grey color, and this looks again very similar to the one in the photo, which is the original color. The other color which I found to be very similar will be from this Scenic Grace Enduring Love Passion. Passion looks very much like Slant from ABH Sultry palette. So this is Passion. It also looks very similar to the original color. And now let's proceed to the fourth color. Anyways, this is a shimmery mid-tone eggplant purple. And you can use this color all over the eyelid or can be used as an eyeliner with a damp brush. From this Scenic Grace palette Enduring Love, actually I found a lot of very similar colors in this palette, and this is one of the palette comparison that I will be doing against this Petit Pro Paris Etoile, if I didn't pronounce the name wrongly, and I'm using this color Abigail. Initially, I was thinking of mixing this Abigail with Elizabeth because the original color seems a bit more red than Abigail, but finally I just stick to Abigail. And this is the color Abigail, which is a metallic warm dark purple. I think it could be the lighting or the angle of the photos. The original colors look similar to this dupe color. Proceeding to the second row, this is a matte French blue. You can use the color all over the eyelid or define at the outer corners of the eyes for a cool tone smoking look. This color can also be worn as an eyeliner with a damp brush. This is the trickiest color I find in this palette because firstly, I do not have much blue in my collection, and secondly, I have this blue from this Enduring Love palette from Scenic Grace, but this under this color Roof, but Roof is a shimmery blue. It has very similar color to the original color but in a different finish. So searching high and low, I can only find something close to it but actually not very close, and I can only find this blue from Makeup Rising Phoenix. This is a single eyeshadow in the color Snow Queen, and this color really stained. I placed this color in one of the magnetic palettes and I dropped it on the floor and it shattered. And there goes my palette because it was shattered to powder and it stains all over the palette, and each time when I pick up that palette, my hands will get stained. So it shows how powerful the color is from Makeup Rising Phoenix. So anyway, this is, I wouldn't say as a close dupe, this is much of a brighter teal blue. Yeah, but this is the closest I can find. This is another color which is a matte blackberry purple, and you can use this color all over the eyelid or at the outer corner of the eyes to deepen up or to contour the eyes, and can also be used as an eyeliner. I found the dupe from this Juvia's Place, the Magic Mini, with this color Eve. Again, I'll just put the color name over here because I don't know how to pronounce. And this from Juvia's Place is a deep, rich purple color. Comparing this dupe color with the original color seems to be more black, more rich than this one. The dupe from Juvia's Place seems to be brighter. But again, that is the closest I can find. Next color will be a metallic shimmer crystalline brown. I think this will be the metallic shimmer sparkling formula, and you can use this all over the eyelid to add brightness to any eye makeup look, or you can also use this color in the center of the eye or as a topper. You can also use it in the inner corners. And again, I found the dupe from this sultry palette from ABH. Actually, I have a few colors options, but I think this one is the closest to it. This is Cedar, which is this color. This is a metallic warm light medium brown. And comparing this color, the dupe to the original, they both seem similar. And the last color, this is a metallic crystalline deep metallic gray. For a deep intense smoky look, you can use this all over the eyelid or at the outer corners. It can also be used as an eyeliner. Whenever I have this kind of deep metallic sparkling gray or almost black color, I will always reach out for this ColourPop super short eyeshadow in the color Frisky. I've used this to dupe a number of gray palettes in the past. And this is Frisky. It is very sparkly. This is in the Ultra Glitter formula. And Frisky is a medium dark black base with cool silver sparkle. And I can't see any difference from this dupe to the original color in the photo. When I was doing the duping, I found that these two palettes is very similar to the Visseart Petit Pro Paris Etoile palette, which is this Scenic Grace Enduring Love as well as the ABH Sultry palette. I find that this Scenic Grace Enduring Love has more similar shades than the ABH Sultry. However, this Enduring Love palette do not have the matte teal blue. And for the last color, I'm actually mixing these two shades together, which is a matte dark grey with a metallic grey for the shimmery finish. So overall, I would say that this Enduring Love has quite a similar color story with this Visseart Petit Pro Paris Etoile palette. And as I mentioned just now in the duping part, it only has the metallic blue, which is Roof, and this also does not have the matte blackberry purple too. ABH Sultry palette is a cool tone eyeshadow palette, and it has a lot of neutral brown gray color. So in terms of these colors, they are quite similar to the Visseart Petit Pro Paris Etoile palette. It just lacks of the two purples and the matte teal blue. And again, for the last color, I'm mixing actually also two colors, which is the the matte black color with Cyborg for the metallic shimmery finish. So hence, if you dears happen to have one of these two palettes, especially for the Scenic Grace Enduring Love palette, you may really want to reconsider getting the Petit Pro Paris Etoile palette. I was recreating this eye makeup look based on this photo and adjust it to my style. And I find that this palette, the Paris Etoile palette, is quite an easy to dupe palette, except for the matte teal blue, which is the trickiest to dupe, as I mentioned just now. The first time when I saw the release photo of this Paris Etoile eyeshadow palette from Trend Mood, I wasn't interested at all. But after about 1 or 2 weeks, it started to grow on me, And I begin to like the unique color stories, and this is something I don't really have this in my collection as a palette. Maybe except for the Sydney Grace one that I mentioned just now, the Enduring Love palette. But I don't really have a very heavy, strong, dark colors. Basing on the color story, I can see that we can create dark, sexy, smoky, sultry look with this palette. And this will be great for the holiday look. When I was doing this eye makeup look, I find that this palette lack of the mid-tone colors. It mainly consists of these two light colors, which is the matte and shimmery beige color, which is the first two colors. And I would say another probably two mid-tone colors, which is the shimmery brown and the matte grey. And the rest are the dark tones colors. Actually, I would like to have maybe just one more mid-tone colors to balance off the look. But I guess this is what it is designed for. It makes sense because this palette is made to create a smoky look. But if we want to create another kind of look, we may have to pull out another palette to complement this palette. So for this palette, what I can see now is this palette will be great for those who love smoky look, who are the Visart collectors, and for those who love this color story. So conclusion, will I be getting this palette? At this moment, I would say no. Although I like the color stories, but as I mentioned, I am not really very into the smoky look. Probably once in a blue moon, I will jump into a smoky eye makeup look, but I wouldn't really want to spend a lot of money just for the occasional look that I feel for it. If this is a ColourPop palette, then maybe I will get it, but not when this is a high-end eyeshadow palette. And anyways, I can already find some colors to dupe this palette, so I will not be getting this palette. I hope that this video is useful for you and can help you to decide better if you should get this Visart Petit Pro Paris Etoile, did I pronounce it correctly? eyeshadow palette, or to relook at your current collection first. And now dears, it's your turn to share with me. Will you be getting this Visart palette, or is there any other palette you'd like me to dupe? Please comment in the comment section below. And last but not least, here's an inner beauty tip for us to be more beautiful and more wise. Inspired by the star theme, the brightest stars are those who shine for the benefits of others. Thank you dear so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider to subscribe and click the bell notification button below for my future videos. I like to do beauty products review and DIY to the palette. So if you happen to like this kind of videos, please join in my YouTube family. Dears, if you'd like to connect with me more, please visit me at my Instagram and Facebook platform. The address will be over here on the screen. May you dears have a peaceful, blissful and joyful week ahead. See you next time. Bye! And before you go, please check out these two videos over here. Thank you!